in a few key ways. And in no particular order, I would just say that the first is that our doulas are full-time employees and receive regular paychecks. So that means that they get benefits, they get weekly supervision, they get one-on-one as well as group mentorship. And they also get regular professional development training as employees. And so what this does is this ensures a steady income at a dignified wage that hopefully allows, or hopefully makes it possible for our doulas to stay in the city at a time when we're seeing our communities, specifically our communities of color, being so fragmented by gentrification. It also allows our doulas to continually deepen and develop their skills as birth workers, again, in community with other birth workers, because having support to do this work is so crucial to its long-term sustainability. Our doulas being employees also means that they don't have to do the legwork of going out and finding their own clients, and their income doesn't depend on them being able to find clients who can afford the service out of pocket. And so that means we can provide a generous package of care that might normally in the private doula model range from $800 to $2,000 for the package of care that we provide. To clients who would otherwise struggle to be able to afford that cost, but who also really could use the extra support. And so our clients are also able to receive, because our doulas are employees already, then our families that we work with are able to receive the services at no cost to them. And then, something you've heard a lot about is that our community doula model also by design connects families from our target communities to doulas from those same communities. And so we recognize that none of those communities is monolithic, but more often than not, our clients can connect with our doulas. They can identify with each other's lived experience, and that helps to foster deep, genuine connection. That allows them to open up and be very honest and trusting to be able to share about what's going on in their lives at the time that they are pregnant. And that helps us to support them, to be able to be that shoulder for them to lean on, as well as to connect them with the resources that they might really need at that moment. And then, I will also add, this is more of a programmatic model, but that champion dyad piece is also crucial to what we do. Our doulas being able to take feedback, to hear feedback from the hospitals, as well as to carry in feedback to the different birthing sites and amplify our clients' voices is so valuable. And we've heard that from our clients time and time again, is that if there is something that happens in their birth that they're holding on to that is affecting them adversely, knowing that we can take it back to the hospital site and share it with them allows them to come to peace in a different kind of way that they might not be able to have if they were working with a private doula who didn't have that same connection with the Champion Dyad initiative. So those are the main ways. There's many more ways that we could talk about, but I'll stick with those ones for now. That'll be for the next meeting.
I delivered a baby during COVID, and it was the most amazing and unexpected experience. As a doula, I am not one who is supposed to be delivering babies. I'm there to support and to make sure that things are going well with everyone in the room. And so that was a big shift, but it inspired me to want to go even further into birth work, to pursue this line of work even deeper with more gumption, for lack of a better word, and to really just be there and hold that responsibility. I think before that experience, I was really nervous about being responsible for the health and well-being of a mother and a child, which is something that I take very seriously. But in that moment, when I was the only one there with birth experience, it was in my hands. And there was a trust that I had within myself from having gone through and seen so many births that it was inspiring overall. And I'm glad that the outcome was great and that the mom and the family felt empowered in that moment. And it's a day that I will never forget.
So when I am away from my clients, I am working for UCSF. I'm a clinical research coordinator for the OBGYN department. And it's pretty cool because I'm in the REI department, which is like infertility. So getting to see moms trying to get pregnant. So it's super interesting to be on both, to be on kind of two ends of the spectrum. And I'm also on my free time, I'm working on launching my own private doula services. So that's been exciting to watch unravel.
I am studying placentas. I recently became a placenta encapsulator, and learning about all the different types of placentas excite me.
Our first project that we worked on as Mana Pacifica was putting on our breastfeeding event, and we had that this summer actually during the pandemic while everybody was, sheltering in place. It happened over Zoom, and pretty much what it was we were trying to start this conversation of breastfeeding, within our community. My name is Myla, and I'd like to share. Last year, I had attended a C-section. It was a planned C-section with a mom, and it was really awesome to, be able to still support her beyond, the regular birth. And it was really nice because SF General had actually let, me and my partner go in. So it was just a really great learning environment, and it really created a solid bond between, me and the family. So it's really awesome to see that. It was pretty awesome. Pretty much me and my other doula partner were able to come in once, the room was set up and the mom was in there, and, the providers were ready to start the procedure. And, coming in, we're thinking, how can we make this operating room that's really just, all white, not comforting at all? How can we make it a special and safe space for her? So me and my partner had a speaker, and, we got permission from, the doctors that were performing it to play some music. And the mom chose Mary J. Blige. And just throughout the whole procedure, we were just, talking to her, telling her, what's going on, and then once baby came out, we were able to, let her hold the baby and just make sure, she had a good hold. And then one of us, of course, went, with the baby when, he was getting checked out by the pediatricians, while the other stayed with the mom, just to check in with her and make sure she was okay. But yeah, that's pretty much what it was, and it was awesome.
But I like to maintain like good vibes in the room, and so I think it's important to have these conversations, and there's like those oopses and ouches moments, and that's totally like we want to work on that. And so I like to like pull the provider aside and have this conversation, and also check in with the patient themselves and ask like, how did that feel for you? Did you like that? Like maybe that person doesn't need to come back, and just hear how they are also taking it. But I like to have this conversation like separate to just kind of keep the good vibes and make it seem like we're all on the same page and we're all part of a team. But yeah, I don't know if anyone wants to add.
It looks like the doctor is about to ... And then that usually triggers it like clicks for the doctor or the nurse or whoever to remember that there is a person that they're dealing with, to ask permission and inform them about what's about to happen. And it also, again, it's that bridging, right? It also allows the client to know what's going on and also decide whether or not they actually consent to that.